Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another casted game. We're on the 1 vs 1 ranked quick search ladder. We found ourselves Swisherguts, not playing the Portuguese. No. He's actually playing as the French. And he's on the map today, Bohemia, spawning down to the south of the map in the colour red. Struggling to get villagers doing anything useful. Is he trying to herd with all... Oh my god, Swish, that is... For a top level player, that is a god awful opening for him. Wow. You gather all the crates, fine. You got a villain queue, but instead of having one villager do the herds in while gathering the crates once the first villain was in queue, he's herded with 5 CDBs. Now, people, I wouldn't recommend that, and that's going to really hurt his 12-10 age, which is very clear what he's trying to do. Bless Swisherguts, he's still learning. Opponent today, man from the east. He's playing as the Portuguese, and he spawns to the northwest in the colour blue. And looking at his deck, there's no 6 muskets in age 2. There's no 8 crossbows. If Swisher rushes, this guy's in trouble. And we're probably going to see some, well, you know, standard port play, defensive, get up to the next stage as fast as possible. Could be, I mean, still could be a 4 TC into 8 halberdiers, 8 castadors, 3 organs, and go aggressive with his early units and try and get a good return. But anytime I play Portugal, I always feel that sitting back with them and just trying to boom and just map control, play defensive is A, so much more fun, and B, usually so much more worth it. 10-10 here as well. Seen a lot of players going for a 13-ville age up with the Portuguese. Chef leads in the charge on the Portugal theory from that point of view. I mean, if a 12-10 France feels like a bit sluggish and a lot of idle time on the TC, 10-10 Portuguese is even worse. That TC is idle for longer, and yeah, but I think you start with 7 vills anyway, so you actually have a lot more economy gathering resources already. Swish, he now has 12 CB, but previously he only had 8 and 9. Both players getting the age up in basically the same time. 2 minutes 25. So fast. Sometimes I play as China, I can only dream of age up times like this, and that's when even when I'm going for the French consulates. Food crate bonus. Swisher actually clicks the villager CDB button. So Swish goes over here, he clicks the TC, he clicks the CB button, then he drags his units, he goes over here and shift clicks. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, Tabin, how on earth does he play Portugal then? I guess maybe he goes to TC, which he probably just moves to a TC, clicks it. I like to think he's got to select all of the same hotkey and then clicks. I don't know. The man is an involving mystery. He's just one. He could be a shit hot like 2.5, 2.0. No, yeah, 2.05k or 2.1k elo player, but he's currently at that. I think he's at the 1950 elo. I'll have a quick check. Current rank right now is 1889. He's dropped a little bit playing the French. He is off his offensive. His deck name is Shh. It's a secret. It's his secret FI. And, well, might be in for an FI game again. Portuguese wanting to go late and age up. French wanting to go late and age up. I would actually say that's when Switch comes into his element, is later game. That kind of strategical thinking, the unit control, that's where he specialises on. But I'm sure the intricate build order details of the French is maybe not his finest. TC goes down forward. You know, having that TC going forward means that Ator is in for less amount of time. But the difference of it is super minor. Quite a lot of this zones off one of the crossing points, which is actually really nice. Large line of sight. Should be able to herd in his D underneath the TC as well. So overall, pretty good play. Swish actually zoning in on this Explorer. It will get that killed. Should get it killed, but I think the Native Scout has just blocked his Explorer. Wah, wah, wah. Most of the time, you just peel off your native scout because it's just not worth blocking the explorer. Oh, actually, Swish capitalizing on the damaged wolf. You see that the Portuguese player trying to get the wolves to kill the explorer. Two important reasons why you'd want to do that. First of all, Mother Nature will get the kill XP. Important point number one. Very important point number two. When you ransom your explorer, if Mother Nature has killed your explorer, you pay Mother Nature 100 coin. You do not pay your opponents 100 coin. You pay Mother Nature. So you basically buy it back for 100, but you don't give 100 resources to your opponent, which would be a net swing of 200 resources. So there's two real large reasons why you'd want Mother Nature to kill your explorer, and actually, pay back explorer for 100 coin, full HP, ready to take your in-base treasures. I mean, it looks like Portuguese has crackshotted his starting XP treasure, then thought actually picking this treasure up was just too much hassle. The first shipment is usually the most important one in the game, but it was just too much hassle this time. Barracks coming down from Portuguese. He's always already on the way up to the third. 700 coin, 700 wood. Market coming down here. I assume you'd save your resources and wait and start training Catadors just to kind of run around and be a bit nimble. I don't think you go Musks first here. Some players like to go Haubs, but there's not enough coin in the bank for Haub play. So the super secret Swish FI involves getting Steel Trap on the Villies. He's aged up the Quartermaster, he's got a TP, so he's probably put Market down, Hunting Dogs is 150, Church is 300, House 400, House 500, Steel Trap 650, so he's probably chopped 225 wood in transition, then put the remaining wood into those items. He's floating a little bit though, maybe that is treasure gathering. Out come the Shotel Warriors from the age up. I always forget Portuguese have these random Ethiopian units, and these are elite Shotels as well. This is a really good age up. I think people forget that this age up exists. And yeah, the elite Shotels, it's 1,000 HP worth of fast moving cavalry, and Castor's coming up behind. You just see Swish is already like underneath his TP, not wanting to do anything. He's sending in 1,000 coin, and Swisherguts, your secret has been blown. We've all spectating you with the secret FI. Clicking it. He's aging up with the engineer for 2 Falconets. Oh, I'm not too sure naked 2 Falcons is really what you want. I suppose we've got enough CDB to block it. We've got great coats. Please get Blunderbuss now, actually. You kind of need something like this to help defend. Castor's diving in. Card 1 here for Swish on the 4th age. I reckon it's going to be the 6 Crassiers. That's a good card that is there for Swish. And to be fair, Portugal is moving in. He's got the idol in. He's like, fair enough. It's a pretty good raid so far. Blunderbuss being researched. Actually, he's attacking in. He's now going to fight back. Couple wheels in the TC. There's no way a Shotel is going to kill a CDB if they're kind of prepared for the fight. But like, actually, I don't think Portugal's expecting the FI behind this. With enough XP, I tell you what Swish needs to get is Anshan Regime in H1, because you can send that card, you can build some musketeers. They have a technology of 900 resources. You can get mercantilism. It is capped at 2,000 XP, but for 900 resources, you can get mercantilism. It is so good, and you also have access to the other bourbon techs, which are pretty good. Bourbon musks. Ideas, not bad ideas. Out come the 2 Falconets. The Castadors are going forward. First card number 1. Is it maybe 2 heavies, or Crash says he needs units? Minutemen will come in for the snare. Snare comes in. He's building a house. He needs to get the house up for the shipment. Unfortunately, he should have called the shipment first, then called Minutemen. But market goes down. 2 heavies on the way behind this. The Shotel is getting picked off here by the Explorer, using one of the crackshot abilities on the other Shotel. Finally goes down. TP stands up. We do have the Church I guess it would be super greedy, but if he ages up with the Tycoon, the 1,000 coin, research mercantilism. We're so early in the game. We are so early in the game, but actually, a mercantilism will give you like 3.5 shipments, and that is insane. The next card comes in. He will now need 650. Yeah, 650, 700. Let's say that's 2 shipments straight away. 2.5 shipments on the mercantilism. The momentum's there. Like, what's his next card going to be? 10 CDBs is good. I mean, 10 CDBs is more eco than a factory. He's going for 6 Crassiers to kind of fight this back. I just love how his army is comprising of 2 heavy cannons, 2 falconets, an explorer with a crack shot ability, and 4 1 HP units. Yeah, 1 HP units. That is the Swisherguts secret FI army composition, trademarked Swisherguts. Well, actually, maybe if you're lucky, you can get in the scout as well. Hussars here for Portuguese player. Go diving on the heavy cannons. Oh, the explorer's dead with the crack shot. Out come 4 musks. The heavy cannons fighting. Here comes the 6 Crassiers shipment, but he's just... Oh, and the organ guns as well. Crassiers do some good work here, but heavy cannons really want the Halb to dive first. He's going to try for the final Halb kill. He does get some Halb kills. Crassiers onto the organ guns behind. And it's a trade. It's not a brilliant trade, but it's a trade. Organ guns go down. And Crassiers working hard behind this. 5 goons being called here from Portugal. Swish. This kill, this fight. XP. And to be fair, XP on more resources. 14 skirmishers going to come in behind. That is a really good card, actually, it would say. If it meant to come out. Swish going to pull back. But, yeah, he's going to go into skirmishers. The thing is, which Swish, I'm not too sure he has kind of clocked this yet, is that he's having to send in military shipment after military shipment just to trade with Portugal. Meanwhile, Portugal is also sending shipments, but 3 TC booming behind. 35 mils currently. Swish does have, was it 27? Oh, 27 CDB is also not bad. It just feels like Swish needs to get 1 economy shipment under his belt, i.e. the 10 CDBs or a factory. Just needs 1 of those. I mean, I feel quite happy about his position. 14 skirms, send a military shipment. You have to get something done with them. And he actually is now, I guess, moving out underneath Portugal's forward TC. He knows that the Minutemen are gone. He knows that I don't think Portugal even have a 5+ shipment. He's checked decks. There is no Mameluke shipment. And again, I don't actually even remember if Portugal still have their Mameluke shipment. TC under threat. Vet Musk's coming up. Okay, Vet Musk's kind of round this up quite nicely. Dragoons on the right-hand side. They've got to try and snipe the Crassiers where they can, but he doesn't really want to deal with the... doesn't want to deal with the Vet Musk and the Skirmer. Yeah, these Dragoons in a weird position. There's the Hussars here from Portugal, that's what we need, but with enough Vet Musketeers nearby, Castles come out. Potential for a decent fight here for Portugal. Needs to work hard on the micro. Dragoons exchanging, Castles trading, but there's still 14 skirmishers here behind. And with the Vet Musk still firing, the Hussars quickly taking down the Dragoons standing behind this. Good fight there. Portugal, CM being called in, does have... Yeah, it says CM. I think that's the right call, actually. Does have 10 builds in this forward TC. 3k HP remaining. Probably wants to save enough resources for CM Big Batch to save the town centre. I mean, by the time he comes in, he will need to call in it pretty quickly. And he kind of needs to start thinking about stockpiling coin to call in CM Big Batch. Maybe Portugal's watched many of Osteo gameplay and realised this is the way to do it. Okay, CM now in. TCs are boosted by Portugal. And quite a lot of actually these units, Musks will get picked off. 135 attack. He's queuing up all Dragoons. It's almost he doesn't want to call in CM Big Batch. He is now. He's not training builds, he's saving resources. CM Big Batch, resource available, being queued in. Goons on the top. Swish thinks he's onto it, but out comes CM Big Batch. And in melee mode, actually pretty good. Explorer being killed as well. Melee mode is snare, Dragoons firing from behind, and Big Swish RD, you're getting cleaned here. TC Fire doing some damage. That's 2 shots in this skirm. That's going down. TC Fire. Bam. Oh, actually, onto that Musketeer Dragoons driving forward. Fort now being called in by Portuguese player to defend this forward position. It's an endless onslaught here. He needs to try and repair the TC. The Vils will get back into the town centre. And these infantry units from Swish, I'm still having to leg it. There's enough resources here for castles. You see how Portugal stopped training Vils. He does have another batch in. Swish will be very careful not to have these CDBs underneath the Portuguese town centre. They will get 1 shot or 2 shots due to the 135 2x multiplier versus Vils. Factory finally coming in from Swish. That's card number 1. Okay, Swish has already gone in 10 CDBs. Yeah, that's up to 43. That explains it. And 43 CD, 10 CDB is an incredible card because 10 CDBs gather so much faster than an upgrade factory. Obviously, once you factor in natural resources running out and move into different resources, then the factory gets a little bit better. But 10 CDBs early on, Swish is just driving this economy. It's actually looking to be a good position. But the TC is repaired as a fort here. And Swish is like, what's this? Why is there a fort here? He's going to try and pick up these castles, but he keeps on going underneath this building. Town Centre gets some good value. Minutemen's still alive, which will then bait the Dragoons even more into these units. The fort's now completed. First shot will get a couple of kills and some... Oh my god, look it. Donked to oblivion. I feel sorry for these skirmishers. They deserve better than this. And it's still a tight game. Only on 1 now getting mechanics, and that's an interesting call. We can send in factory 4 coal, 1600 wood. Tell you what, 1600 wood right now is not a bad card. You can use that to get some guard tax. It's all age 3 units at the moment. You need to think about TCs and upgrades at some point. Portuguese Explorer right side. Just looking at the map, Swish is kind of his side is nearly out of res. The scout sees Dragoon raid. That's a really nice placement actually there for the scout. Does see what's coming in. And Scums are moving to intercept it. Yeah, he's staying for the kills, but just losing units that you shouldn't. As soon as you start running, you're saving yourself, and he just stayed there a little bit too long. Dragoon combat not actually in yet for Portugal, and both players have the same stat units. But 20% combat is available here for Portuguese. They also train organ guns from the fort. From Portugal, this is a good idea. He's now aging up. Oh, no, he can't. He's struggling to click the button. He's struggling to click the right button. Oh, he's actually trying to kill these CDBs, but it's not going to work. These guys don't do any damage versus these units at all. I mean, maybe siege the town centre. What you can do is call large batch CM to kind of get on top of this. Yeah, Dragoons coming over, infantry slowly moving their way. What we're aging up with engineer, organ guns going to be coming forward. Outpost being thrown down over here, and you see how Portugal is wanting to keep this trade going with France. Portugal is happy with his economy. Swish. You know, the CDBs and now 2 heavy cannon factory producing the economy is ahead, but by the time Portugal get their factories in, I think Portugal will edge back ahead as well. The edge up will come in soon. Need to micro the Dragoons onto the Swisher's Dragoons. More reinforcements in, more castles coming from behind. Swisher's having to work really hard to try and defend this position. TC does go up actually. Look at the line of sight. If Vils gets into the TC, you can get some decent shots on the settlers. It's a one-hit kill. They've not got their greatcoats. These will get one-hit kill by the TC. So that wisely, he does back off. And I think this position is now kind of lost from the Portugal player. Swish sending in a fort instead of 1600 wood. Why? I don't quite know. I can see why he wants to secure this position, but... That France with a 4 coal shipment. Yeah, some cities have 4 culverins, and people saying, you know, Malta's 3 culverins are oppressive, Italy's 3 culvers are oppressive. Man, France have 4 culverins. Oh, that's dead. Okay, he's realised the errors in his ways. But the culverins are targeting. They're trying to find the organ guns. The organs are still slowly marching forward. Oh, the dragoons on the catch on the heavy cannons. Whap, whap, wow. Yeah, they're going down. Castor's engaging. There's not a lot of stuff to kind of back this army up, is there? Portugal should have kept those organs alive just to make sure that this fort gets denied. That would have been a good play. Score's even. But the problem is now, look on this side. Port's trying to raid, but there's a CMTC and a fort already down. There's TC's spamming Vils. There's still enough dragoons meleeing down culverins. The fort is up, but it's too late. The fight's already happened. The fight's been won. And Portugal is getting himself back into this game behind this. Continuously pumping villagers. He's up to 67 vills now and, you know, has pretty much the full map behind. What he also needs is mechanicism himself. He needs a train post to get that XP drive in so he can send. Oh, he has grape shot. He has grape shot. He has heavy fortifications. He has 2 factories. This is what we live for. And, you know, he's got a fort. He's got an outpost over here. He's got a fort, you know, straight away. Heavy fortifications will do a shit ton of work here. I think he was actually... Oh, he cancelled it. I thought he was buying wood then to actually get heavy fortifications. He's going for 2 heavy cannons first. This man's now getting gang sort. Oh, it's so late in the game. Why do people forget? He's like, actually, I now need to start chopping wood. Just look at the housing. He's really struggling. He's just buying. He's buying wood to build houses quickly, but if he was able just to, you know, mine it normally, then it'd be fine. He's gonna try and get these heavy cannons spawned forwards. Looks like just to deal with the fort, and he does have a decent amount of vet goons, vet castles behind, back it up. There's 2 horse artillery gonna come out. You know, that's really good units. These are. Surprised it's not culverins to kind of protect the heavy cannons from other artillery. But that fort's going down pretty quickly. Up to 80 villages, 180 population. Let's look at Swish. He's currently at 105 population. He's half population of Portugal. How has this happened? And he's he just gathered up the wood. But he's got so many estates in base. He just... Because of Portugal, you know, TC bonus, he's just got no map. Well, he has to have the estates down. But the problem is he's got his factories producing heavy cannons, so he can't produce that really efficient coin. He has to get his CDBs to gather that from the estates, which cost wood to get going. Swish feels like he's got. Oh my Jesus God! Look at the castles that go flying. But yes, Swish has got guard goons, but he hasn't really got much else. The castles again flying on the heavy cannons. Portuguese French explorer coming up. Portuguese coming in. Probably still has got the ability, but there's no skirms coming in. There's no more goons. There's 2 more heavy cannons, but it's not what Swish actually needs. Let's look at Swish's deck. And I'll tell you what card he doesn't have. He doesn't have advanced fortifications in the 4th age. Kind of needs outposts and fortified to protect his. He's just got some states in some really weird positions. Meanwhile, Portugal is moving back. Another stable coming down. Another barracks coming down. A batch of heavy cannons here for Swisherguts. 5 goons, H3 coming up from Swisher. I mean, Eco Ferry would be really good right now. He does have 61 CDBs. That would come in clutch. He does have some decent estate tax. He's got his first tier. Getting 2nd tier mill. That should be enough most days of the week. You can buy back the Explorer. He does have a couple of skirms. That adds so much value. Oh, he's bought the Explorer before. He's bought the Explorer back while the Explorer's alive. Somebody explain. Heavy cannon bounce shot, getting some good damage. And Portugal needs to back off. Why is Portugal taking the fights with H3 units? H3 Coles, H3 Cass, H3 Goons. The man is afraid to click the upgrade button. He is doing so now, though. 85 villagers here for Portugal. This game's super close. Here come the heavy cannons. They are unpacking, putting pressure on the TCs. Culverins here from Portugal moving forward. This should be easy pickings, but they're not Culver Royales. And the Guard Goons being baited in by Swish. He's going into the melee mode. What are the Goons doing? These should be basically a bunch of dead Dragoons here for Swish, but he kind of ran past, unfortunately. The Culverins do pick off a couple, but now the Legion Dragoons themselves will get into melee mode onto Swish's cannons, and Legion Dragoons slightly edging Guard Dragoons. But the thing is, he hasn't sent in Dragoon combat, and that is a card that Portugal desperate to send, even in the 4th age. They also go for Order of Viz for the extra range. It's starting to feel that Swish is struggling to hold on, and the Portuguese Dragoons have just become so much better. But Swish needs Voltigeurs to defend Royal Guard skirms, but it's not happening. Heavy cannons across the pond, that's a good position for them. 85 vills here for Portugal. Swish 68, 17 idols. There's so many idle vills in this mill, that's the problem. It is TC. And he's got 7 vills on wood. Actually, does he need them? Does he need them? Yeah, he's moved them onto food. He's realised that actually he doesn't need them. They was producing more Gargoon. They do come up. And this game's so close. Again, these Portuguese vills, no great code. Swish sees. Swish physically sees there's vills right there with no great coats and potential Gargoons to move in. With 4 heavy cannons. The allure of making heavies from the factory is too irresistible here for Swish. And he will continue. It's on 70 CDB. It's good eco. It is good eco here from Swish. But it's the quality of unit troop. Yeah, he also hasn't got Cav combat. He's sending 5 Dragoons. Cav combat's what he needs. Heavy cannons are fighting. But out come now the 3 Culverin Royales. And finally, Age 4 Colves from Portugal. But Swish is going to dive in. Kind of needs to protect his heavies. But unfortunately, this is happy hunting grounds here for Portugal. All these goons getting close engagements and captors. The goons, big damage there. And after all said and done, there's nothing left to stop Legion Dragoons getting meleeed on the heavy cannons. This is just melee Dragoon fest. This is from both players. I mean, most of this pain from Swish is that he's got estates and mills on this island. If he was basically back in base, he probably would be a bit happier position, but he's just having to walk heavies across the map. And he's just got these vills stuck in this TC. 8 vills. Did get quite a few of them out onto the mill, but still leaves the others. Heavy slowly moving forward. Guards, goons gone on the wrong side. But unfortunately, these Legion goons now looking very strong. But Swishers are stronger. Swishers stronger. He's got. Oh no! Now these are now just stronger. I think he. Why are they stronger? What's happened? I guess that is the power. That is just the Legion goon giving the extra 2 attack. And now Swish has just come in with the Cav combat. His are now stronger. But Portugal not yet got the arsenal down. He hasn't got ranged cavalry caracol and order of. Okay, there it is. There's the arsenal. He's thinking about taking into ranged cavalry caracol, but he hasn't yet. Bit pop space. He's going heavy cannons himself. House. Final house coming down. Swish think he's onto a winner here. Pushing. No great coat vills. That's brutal. Finally, will Port click the Dragoon combat? He does click the Dragoon combat. The RCC should be coming pretty soon behind as well. The Vill pull onto the heavies. This is just going to turn into a melee fest. I mean, it doesn't really matter when... Heavies here from Portugal. Swish get onto the melee action with his goons. There's just so many more goons, that's the problem. As the Arsenal doing, it's just still standing there. Swish is tapped out. He can't outgoon the goon Civ. And the secret FI is now wide in the open. Everybody knows Swish FI. But what it was a close, enthralling game, action throughout. I enjoyed that one. And yeah, quick look. A lot of exchanges early on for villagers and military. 10 CDBs sneak in for a card early on there from Swish. I think there might be a potential for Ancient Regime, as a kind of a pivot card somewhere to fourth so that you can get that mercantilism momentum straight away. A lot of that time at Swish early on was waiting for those shipments to kind of roll in. Card one, next card, next card. But if that came in a little bit faster, probably would have won the game. It was touch and go. Swish was the advantage, but as time went on, 3 TCs caught up, and then they're just trading for a long time, really even. Good estate tax and mill tax there for Swish, heavy cannon production, but also then Port's also got the same action, 94 vills, the Praetors, the 2 factories. Just the quality of troops, I think also having a couple castles doing that extra damage when it needed was really, really nice play. Yeah, really close. Really close. Could have gone either way. It only needed one bad fight from either player at this point onwards. Swish is always just a couple of units down, and that trade and eventually sealed the deal for him. Well played, Swish. Glad to see you're playing not Portugal and playing a different Civ. Unfortunately for you, today you lost against Portugal, and you might be back onto it. But until then, see you guys in the next vid. Thanks for watching.